Right then, evening all, hope you're all well, and following up now on this Ampulla thing, which is this. We haven't figured out what kind of bird it is yet. It looks like it's got some sort of good predatory beak on it and a flat head, but the wings don't look big enough to be an eagle, does it? And the body and the head and the neck just doesn't look right. It could be some bird or some kind of seabird or something that don't even exist anymore, because these symbols go back way back, so it could be something like that. Or it doesn't even really have to be a particular bird, does it? It could just be like, you know, a combination of different features. So that's just some thoughts on that. But that's your Ampulla, and it comes with this spoon thing. Yeah. So, what's an Ampulla? Right. There are various Ampullas. There's one in your ear, and there's one in the female reproductive system, in like the fallopian tube where it bends. It's all about where the bend is, really, you know. And if the, so as far as I can work out so far, yeah. But it's interesting that it has the amp in it for the electrical, you know, the lightning bolt, the light, the ampage. That's interesting. And Vata, Ampulla of Vata. Ampulla of, it's not Vata, you say Ampulla of Vata, I think. I checked the thing on there when it pronounces it, and that's what it says, Ampulla of Vata. And that is the spot going into your digestive system from the bottom, of course, upwards. There's a bend here, look. And when things come in this way, as they should do, as things should do, coming this way on the way out, it touches this area, yeah, and I think that provides like some lubrication to get it round here, and you know, and help it come out the other end, as far as I can work out, because I'm not a biologist and I haven't looked into this yet, but it's up there and it's on this bend area, yeah, you can see that. So that's the Ampulla of Vata. We won't look into the ear one, so that's not going to be relevant, is it, with the bird? We might look into the female reproductive one as well. What I've seen that in relation to is, what do they call it? A type of birth when they get the egg gets fertilised in the tube and it's not in the proper ovum area. I forget what they call it. Yeah, but anyway, it doesn't make its way all the way, you know, into the uterus and start growing there. It starts growing in the actual tube. I don't know how relevant that is to this. It's looking like it's going to be relevant to the Ampulla of Vata, whatever it is going to be more relevant because it's up the old back passage, which they're all into. So that's that. Yeah, on that scepter as well, as a dove on top, look, white dove, which is interesting. All these things are interesting, and they all need looking into, because they're all symbols, aren't they, of something. See how you've got your purple as well there, yeah, you've got to have your purple. So that's that. Right, what else is Ampulla? Right, so I found this the other day. Here you go, look. Just typed it in on YouTube, and believe it or not, you see, it's lighting. They're a lighting company. Look, Ampulla, Tree of Light.
This video is brought to you by Ampulla. Google.
Lighting company. Ampulla. With the amp and the ampulla and the light. So there's another little link to those who know what I'm talking about. And someone was talking about earlier on the serpent legs and that, yeah, that you see on the royal carriage, coronation carriage, so you see that I showed you earlier in that video. Well, that's the original Starbucks logo, so that's obviously going to be a Cybele type character. Some people say Astaroth, Astarte or whatever, but whatever, it's a female with a serpent bottom half in it, you know, sea legs, siren, it's all connected with the bird. All of it. Then I found this.
This golden ampulla was used in the coronation of Charles I at Holyrood in 1633. Charles I was born in Scotland. He was the son of James VI, who was the first monarch to unite the crowns of Scotland and England. The ampulla, you can see, is a sort of pear-shaped ampulla with two horns.
Two horns, yeah. What is that representing? You see, if you turn that upside down, it looks like those legs, sea legs again, doesn't it? But I think it's also got something to do with this actual ampulla gland and its shape and what happens, yeah. I'm thinking that's what it is, but I need to look into it more, yeah. And any of you are welcome to do that as well, because we're getting into some biological business now. Biological business with the 22, but you get me. That's where it's leading us to. Look at the purple gloves on
it. At the top. The anointing of kings is something that came from the Old Testament, where it was described as anointing with a horn of oil. We're not sure whether or not this shape of the nozzles at the top is meant to deliberately echo that.
I think you do know what it's all about.
But the anointing of kings as oil was an important thing for the Stuart dynasty. They believed that they had the divine right to rule and that they had been appointed by God and therefore were only accountable to God.
Which God is that?
During the coronation, Charles I was invested with the honours of Scotland, which was a sword, a sceptre and a crown. There was a great...
There's your sword and your sceptre and your orb and all that again.
Great procession from the castle down to Holyrood Palace, and he had a...
Holyrood Palace, did she just say?
And Holyrood Palace, and he had a crown. There was a great procession from the castle down to Holyrood Palace, and
sounds
he had
like
a canopy covering him with red velvet, and a blue cloth was spread out in the courtyard of Holyrood Palace.
Red and blue?
We know that Sir James Balfour, who was the Lord Lion at the time, he carried the ampulla during the coronation. In the coronation ceremony itself, the Archbishop of Brecon preached a sermon which was about the anointing of King Solomon by Zadok the priest, and the choir that were present also sang an anthem about that. The idea of the divine right to rule was important for Charles I's son and grandson, James VII and James VIII Scotland. Although they went into exile, and James VIII spent most of his life in exile, they both believed that they were...
I'll leave the link, yeah, in the description to this. She knows more than what she's saying there. And her gloves, the colour of her gloves tells you the whole story that she does. So, let's put that one out there, innit? That's your part 2 of your ampulla. It's getting biological though, isn't it? It's getting quite interesting, but quite a bit edgy. In a bit, people. Peace.